Almost impossible to pass. Yeah. Mike Dodd, an exceptional receiver. This one's going almost over his head, but was coming down in the court into the back corner.
Ack and Fro have the lead, and the first 20-second timeout going to Mike Dodd and Ricky Lyuties. So Dodd and Lyuties still in good shape. A lot of people have wondered, you've written in, what schools do the players go to? Well, UCLA with 8 players on the tour, counting Kent Steffes, who started at Stanford, USC with 5. The Aztecs have Mike Dodd and 4, Long Beach State with 4, Santa Barbara, Hawaii, Brasilia, and other schools, there are 5 of them that have 1. Brasilia, a couple of Brazilians on the tour. I don't think they played this week, but that is compliments of Volleyball Monthly, that information coming out of their pamphlet. The players with the most schools, you would figure UCLA, since they've won all those NCAA championships. Those are just the top 32 players, just so you know that. So don't write us and say, well, what happened to the 33 guy? He was from Penn State or, you know, Sonoma State. Ayakatubby hits inside. People might wonder with that school graphic, Paul, why don't beach players come from back east and Midwest and places like that?
No beaches, crummy climate. Well, I mean, the reason these guys are at the top of the game is because they're able to play on the beach 12 months a year. I don't see anybody in New Jersey playing in February.
Okay, so crummy climate, you're not ripping the climate of those other cities that you don't live in. You're just saying the weather is too cold to play.
It is not advantageous to train as a professional beach volleyball player.
A chance for a point. Frohoff gets it. So Brent Frohoff and Scott Ayakatubby looking good at the moment. Fro and Ack have a 6-4 lead as we take the turn. We'll take a break. Coming back to San Antonio after this. Remember the Alamo. We will.
What they won't do in commercials these days by Miller Lite, I mean, they resort to all sorts of tactics, brainwash. Now, take Miller Lite 6-pack. They would have you believe that it's America's favorite light beer because it has great Pilsner taste. Gonna love it. Well, at the same time, they try to convince you that it's because it's less filling. Tastes great. I mean, come on, by Miller Lite. What do they take me for, Big Star? Seriously.
Is Miller Lite America's favorite because it's less filling or tastes great? Yes.
Hi, your place. Would you like to join me for a light? Your treat. It's on me.
Okay, but it's my treat.
Oh, great. Okay.
Beach volleyball. 9-6 is our score on a perfect stuff block by Ricky Lyuties, and then a little crap afterwards, Paul.
Well, we've been talking about Ricky Lyuties getting farther into the cross court. This is the wrong play. That's Brent Frohoff stuffing Ricky.
But that's where the crap started, right there.
That's where the argument began, and when Ricky got retribution, they were yakking and crapping at each other, like you just said.
Dodd and Lyuties have a 9-6 lead. 3 points. Dodd and Lyuties looking for their first win together ever. Ayakatubby over Dodd. Excellent done.
Shot. Excellent shot.
Block of Ricky Lyuties and over back row player Mike Dodd.
If you're wondering, Ricky Lyuties and Brent Frohoff, yeah, there could be a little animosity there. Frohoff playing with Karch. Ricky Lyuties would like to play with Karch. Well, Ricky Lyuties from State Beach.
Well, I don't think it's so much that. I just think Ricky is a very quiet guy and doesn't say too much. So when he does yap at you through the net, you're kind of caught off guard, and I think it's a good sign. I'd like to see more of it from Ricky.
9-6. Here comes Lyuties against Frohoff. And Lyuties hits it out of bounds. So Lyuties hits it off the linesman's foot.
And yes, that is out of bounds. He's not part of the court as he is in basketball.
Frohoff and Ayakatubby try to rattle Lyuties now, do you think? If he has not won an official pro tournament, he might be a little nervous.
Well, I just want to see what happens on the next stuff block, and then we'll see probably who's going to win this match.
Ayakatubby. Good serve. Pretty nice save, however, and Dodd showing the veteran that he is. Drops it in. There's a big-time money play by both players, Dodd and Lyuties.
Tough serve to start, and then the sprint by Ricky Lyuties. Just full out. You can go under the net, and Ricky does about 6 feet, and Ayakatubby and Frohoff just were switching sides. That's a play they should get.
You asked what the I formation was on the beach bag. Well, that was a pretty good indication
of it. And then shifting into split backs.
Yes.
And then fumbling the handoff.
Our freestyle lapse timer nearing 36 minutes. Ooh, just out of bounds. Lyuties lobbing for the ace, and now the wind perks up again. Frohoff and Ayakatubby trailing by a couple, 9-7. Here in our final, Hovland and Steffes got third. Smith and Stoklos went out in fourth. Going to have a new winner this week. Both teams serving not well, Paul.
Well, surprisingly, Lyuties and Dodd are winning the serving contest, but Frohoff are winning the blocking contest, so it's really turned around.
Ayakatubby. Blocked by Lyuties.
That's the difference, and Mike Dodd knows it. If his big partner can stuff the ball, they can win and be competitive all summer long. This is why Mike Dodd picked Ricky Lyuties, was to block the ball. Seeing the turn down the line, just nice stuff work by Ricky Lyuties.
Now 10-7. Dodd and Lyuties ahead by 3, and the wind is really coming on now. That was a beautiful set by Ayakatubby. Into heavy wind.
The right side, pinball through the block of Ricky Lyuties.
I think that's a ball that Ricky Lyuties should block. That ball's right on top of the tape, and Fro just able to somehow muscle that ball in between his hands.
So Ayakatubby will go back to serve. Ayakatubby with 1 ace so far. Service errors, he's got 2. Pretty good percentage. You want to keep about half there if you can. That one's too long. So as the day wears on, as the match grinds on, Ayakatubby's jump serve becoming less effective. And now Lyuties. Lobbing deep. Make him run up is the strategy. And Dodd has it. Big play here. Dodd got it. Teasing the line. So 2 big plays from Mike Dodd.
You're really starting to see Lyuties and Dodd work very, very well together. Take away the cross court, dig line. Good transition. Excellent back set that time by Ricky Lyuties.
I like that strategy a lot better. You have Ricky Lyuties just take the angle and have Dodd come down the line. I would do that every time. Take that power shot.
And then on the very tight set, Lyuties is still big enough to go over and block that with one hand.
Ooh, big hit by Ayakatubby. That's what I mean. That's giving angle right there, and too much.
Because you don't have to... Ayakatubby's not even hitting the ball that sharply cross court. You see Ricky is lined up head-to-head with him. He should be a whole yard inside to the cross court side.
Or perhaps jumping into the cross court.
Exactly.
11-7, Fro and Ak. Need to get some jumpers working. Pretty nice serve. And Dodd able to inside. Boy, it's been a long time for Mike Dodd. He was dropped by his partner, Tim Hovland, for young Kent Steffes. Dodd had arthroscopic surgery on his knee last November. He tells me it's 100%. He's no longer playing with the knee braces. He says he uses those on hard courts where he thinks his knee might get banged. Doesn't happen today. And Dodd has it perfectly. Another point coming. Yes, it is.
This is a team that's on a roll and clicking right now. Perfect defensive strategy. That time moved Ricky outside, deny the line, and Mike Dodd just camped in the cross court. Not a great set either, and Mike's still reaching up, putting the ball away.
And timeout taken by Frohoff and Ayakatubby. So Dodd and Lyuties in a commanding position here in San Antonio at the moment. Scott Ayakatubby, but no, Mike Dodd has come on, and now he leads by 1. Ayakatubby still able to sizzle the pits inside of Lyuties.
And the play was for Mike Dodd to dig line, Ricky Lyuties to deny the cross court, and as soon as the ball went down, Lyuties turned around, looked at Mike, and he goes, my fault.
12,
and he was right.
12-7 is our score. Ayakatubby, who has the ball now, his team trailing by 5. However, he has shifted on the good side. They need a point here and move over. Ak. Nice play by Dodd. And Ak with a dig.
Net call on Brent Frohoff. Excellent dig, however.
So he can't touch the net at any time. Pretty good defensive play by Ayakatubby, Paul.
In good position. They see Brent just getting hung up.
Back to the action. Ayakatubby dinking over Lyuties. You're saying, why doesn't Ricky turn around and get that? It's tough when you're up in the air to come down and jack backwards.
Yeah, I haven't seen a blocker yet who can run while he's still in the air.
Well, that's how Hovland originally hurt his shoulder. Do you remember? He lurched off the net like that and then
dove
his
backwards,
shoulder.
Complete extension, yeah.
7 serving 12. Dodd and Lyuties 3 points away. Lyuties down the line. Hooking inside.
What they've got to avoid, Dodd and Lyuties right now, is looking ahead. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just make plays, play hard. They're both very experienced. Dodd's 33. I think Ricky's now 29.
And Lyuties says he'll block 2, Paul, which is blocking angle. So he's going for the Ak angle. Let's see if he jumps in there. He missed it. Went right through it. Right through it. And Ayakatubby still hitting hard. You have to give him a lot of credit for his stamina.
Yeah, you do get those breaks as a hitter when you're bringing good velocity, you're jumping high and being aggressive. So Ayakatubby not looking tired.
Clouds forming overhead. But no heavy rain as of the moment. Dodd is handling the jump serve spectacularly. And Dodd does not clear. So Mike Dodd, who's been getting a lot of serves, can't convert. And Frohoff and Ayakatubby still alive. They still trail by 4, but coming back just a bit. 12-8. Take time back in. Frohoff will serve.
Ak is back to serve, and they've been pretty cold, actually, from the service line. How many aces over here for Ayakatubby and Frohoff? Only 1, and that coming from Scott Ayakatubby. If they're going to get back in this match, Ak needs to dial one up very soon.
He's got the receiver off the hook. Lyuties. And Lyuties wails it out of bounds. So a spiking error by Ricky Lyuties, and I think if you're Ak and Pro now, you're thinking, let's try Lyuties for a little while and see what happens.
Well, after a player hits a ball long, you want to make sure you come back to him, get the ball on him again.
Going to Lyuties, 12-9. Ricky, ding, over the top of Frohoff.
Good composure by Lyuties, not taking it upon himself that he has to come back and crank that ball straight down to get the side out. All you care about is the results. You see, Ayakatubby breaking right, Lyuties with a nice shot into the open court.
Frohoff taking a big look. And one thing, interestingly, he does, he has a head bob. When he's going to shoot the ball, his head goes up and down very quickly.
Well, I think he comes down and sneaks a look, and then he wants to emphasize as if he's really going to jump high, and that's his way of sort of setting himself up for the soft shot over the top or into the angle.
He looks up at the set, then looks down at the defense, and then puts the ball in there. Working on Ricky. Lyuties cuts back against Frohoff. Pretty good shot by Ricky. Fake line and chopped inside.
Side out. Dodd Lyuties.
Still a 3-point lead. Dodd and Lyuties need to pump up some points here on the good side. Coming up on 48 minutes on our freestyle laps timer. This is for the championship here in San Antonio. Mike Dodd trying to get back in the winner's circle. It has been quite some time, since May 19th and 20th of last year. Over a year for Dodd. Lyuties with the block.
By Ricky Lyuties, point to the team.
That could be the match right there. Every time that Dodd and Lyuties have needed a score to get themselves out of trouble, Ricky somehow has come up with a stuff, and he now with 3.
All for points.
All for points and getting them at very good times.
13-9. Ayakatubby against Lyuties. Dodd with a spectacular dig back over. Ak against Lyuties. Out of bounds, point. And Ricky Lyuties and Mike Dodd are just 1 point away from wrapping it up.
Been 13 months for Mike Dodd. He's maybe 1 dig away. And some Ricky Lyuties 1 stuff away.
And some people say it has been forever for Ricky Lyuties. On the verge.
This ball just rocketed out of bounds.
This could be it. Championship point for Dodd and Lyuties. Frohoff. Off Lyuties, out of bounds. We're still going. Very, very close.
Fro waving his finger saying, no, not just yet, Big Ricky.
9 serving 14. Frohoff and Ayakatubby backs against
Ak and Fro have to hope for 2 and get back on the good side. Ayakatubby. Out of here.
Championship point number 2, and Mike Dodd having a big match defensively with 9 digs overall, and that's more than Ayakatubby and Frohoff have combined. They only have 5 digs. That's really been the key, not making things work in transition.
Ricky Lyuties. Jump serve out of bounds. as Frohoff takes it back. Got to be some nervous moments for both Dodd and Lyuties. Each carrying a different demon. Frohoff. Off the net, Ricky. Frohoff, point, yes.
Oh. Nice swing by Fro. Excellent defensive play. Set it up to block cross-court, dig line.
4-10, and just 1 point away of making that all-important side change. And Frohoff will jump it up. Big play here now for Dodd and Lyuties.
Needs to hit this serve deep. He's been getting all of his jump serve short from this side.
And he hits it out.
Not that deep.
So a big timeout call, and now Dodd and Lyuties in a good rotation. Third chance at championship point. Dodd hasn't won in over a year. Some say Ricky Lyuties has never officially won one. This could be it. Looking for the stuff. Frohoff bounces it down the line. So Brent Frohoff with a tremendous spike. That thing popped up like a grenade.
Fro has got one of the best shots inside out down the line. Just a whip, just screwball straight down the line.
Heck, Dodd was over there, but that was too much. 10-14. No. So Fro agonizes over the Ayakatubby miss. And Lyuties and Dodd for the 4th time trying to wrap it up. Ooh, just missed. Frohoff. And Frohoff stays alive with a primeval yell.
I almost had that ace written down in the stats book. Ricky Lyuties, tough jump serve short to Brent Frohoff.
I want to take you back to Argentina 1982 when Rich DeWillius served the one against the Bulgarians that went like that. It double contacted. We all stopped, and we ended up losing 15-13. Lyuties. Frohoff right there. Could be a point. No! Lyuties rejects back.
Every time Dodd and Lyuties have needed something, Ricky coming up with a big stuff block, and this one a little bit lucky, just dangles across the tape. Here's the good transition set. Ricky Lyuties going high again, getting hit in the pits, but not quite sizzled.
Dodd serving. Another championship point. Trying to put it away. No. And Frohoff has renewed vigor. Side out.
A little surprised they're going to Frohoff at this stage of the match. Been working on Ayakatubby all afternoon.
7 straight side outs. No points scored. Try Mike Dodd. And Dodd touches it over Frohoff. That's not a great matchup. Dodd able to dish high over Frohoff.
Well, if the set is tight to the net, as he would want against Brent Frohoff, he can just go right over the top of him. Dodd now with 15 kills, Ayakatubby with 16, Frohoff coming up with 14.
Will the 6th championship point be the charm? Lyuties. No, it's out of bounds. So Lyuties and Dodd pressing just a bit, as they should. And Frohoff and Ayakatubby hanging tenaciously. Fro, no jumper. They're going at Dodd. Scott has it. Frohoff. Bingo! There will be more volleyball. So Scott Ayakatubby guesses right. 14-11, and Ack and Fro going to the good side. Don't go away. In third, Kent Steffes and Tim Hovland in 4th place. Enough said. A disappointing week for St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos. In 5th place, a couple of surprise teams that did very well. Scott Friedrichs and Larry Muir made it to the semis. Owen McKibben and Sean Davis played very well. Hanley Whitmarsh all the way and resist the heat temptation. Ricky Lyuties trying to win his first tournament officially ever. And Mike Dodd trying to win for the first time in over a year. So all players. And now Ricky pops one over the block and out of bounds. And Brent Frohoff and Scott Ayakatubby slowly closing in. Ricky has gotten very tentative, spiking. He's trying to go over the block, and it's not working.
And if Fro doesn't serve this ball to Ricky Lyuties.
Tear his headband off.
Doesn't.
Going to Dodd. He missed it. No. And Dodd hits it out.
They need a timeout.
Mike Dodd and Ricky Lyuties ahead by 1.
Score now 13.
Frohoff and Ayakatubby, keep in mind, they still have to win this game and then 1-7 if possible. And it's going to be a 20-second timeout to Mike Dodd. So Dodd and Lyuties trying to recapture their concentration. Perhaps it waned there for a moment. They had 6 attempts at championship point.
All they're talking about right now is passing this first ball. Early recognition and talk on the jump serve. Good talk after the ball is served. Pick the open area. Got a side out here.
That's the end of the 20-second timeouts for Dodd and Lyuties. And Frohoff will serve. Approaching 1 hour. Freestyle elapsed timing. Frohoff. Here comes Ricky. He needs this one. No. Frohoff gobbles it up. Oh! And Ricky saves the day. Frohoff with the play. But Lyuties was over armpit sizzling.
The play is right there. This ball is a trap set right on top of the net. Fro trying to hit it up, but Ricky not to be denied.
Now, 7. Championship point. Lyuties with 5 blocks. Dodd to serve. Will they go Ayakatubby? Got to. But they don't. They go Frohoff, who's been hitting well. Fro. Down the line.
I don't understand why they're not serving Scott Ayakatubby at this point in the match. Fro, fresh as a daisy. He's been not been served that much until the latter stages of this match, and all weekend long, Ayakatubby's been getting the action.
So now Ayakatubby looking for the ace if he can. He has 1. Trying to tie it up. Ricky. Big play here.
No.
Ooh, and he just snapped it off the tape. And Ricky, he doesn't look like a sure thing spiking now, but he's getting it down.
I'll tell you, that was a miss.
Red stands, Ricky Lyuties stands back to serve.
Never want to hit the ball into the top of the tape.
I think Dodd and Frohoff, make that Dodd and Lyuties need a little luck here. It is championship point number 8. Need something funky to happen. Ayakatubby. Dodd is right there. This could be it. It should be it. It is!
Ladies and gentlemen, how a great round of applause for all 4 guys. Scott Ayakatubby, Brent Frohoff, and your champions here in San Antonio, Mike Dodd and Ricky Lyuties.
Oh, you saw that.
Don't forget, folks, coming right up, AVP award ceremony.
A long time coming, Paul Sunderland.
You said something funky, and it was a tape shot for victory. Lyuties and Dodd.
Lyuties and Dodd win their first tournament together ever. We'll come back, and Sunderland will talk to him after this.